There is more treasure in books than the entire pirate's loot on Treasure Island. Walt Disney. Mystery books, romantic novels, adventure books, Shakespeare plays, and even children's books all include important messages within. Two important and popular short stories within this multimedia essay are Oh, the Places You'll Go, written by Dr. Seuss, and Brown Bear, written by Eric Clark and Bill Martin Jr. The short story written by Dr. Seuss is about a boy in his pajamas who is seen traveling the world to see what life will bring him, encountering many crazy adventures along the way. The short story Brown Bear is about a narrator who asks various animals of different colors what they see. When the respondent explains what they see, and the process is repeated. Many great sources of literature meant for children can also be adult-oriented by the teaching mechanisms involved, the imagery used, and the message illustrated through. Reading books before bedtime and reading books in the classroom are both excellent places to read. But why do parents and teachers allow children to read short stories? For many generations, children grew up reading stories, and this tradition is being passed on for the future. Many adults enjoy reading children's stories with their young ones, as it brings back childhood memories. Many children's stories can have adult messages as well. The short story Brown Bear teaches children that colors and different animals, not necessarily the true colors of the animals. The colored animals that are not accurate could possibly be children that have learning or physical disabilities. Within this poem, no two people are the same, and the mother sees a beautiful family without any differences by recognizing the true person. The mother only mentions that she sees her beautiful children. She does not notice any differences. There is a ratio of the animals with the proper color to animals with improper color, 7:2. When children are reading this story, they don't focus on the deeper possible meaning, but they focus on the animals and the colors, thus learning to recognize the different colors in animals. Therefore, this short story can be interpreted for children and for adults. Within the short story, Oh, the Places You'll Go, written by Dr. Seuss, there is also teaching mechanisms used for children. This short story teaches one to keep trying and strive forward no matter what obstacles are encountered. It teaches that there will be good times and bad times, ups and downs throughout one's life, but one must continue forward. Within the lines, you will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they are dark. A place you could sprain your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lost? How much can you win? One could reach a crossroad in their life where they would have several choices or options ahead. They would be uncertain and possibly fearful as to which route to take, and it would become an adventure with an ending unknown. Oh, the Places You'll Go ties to the event taking place in life. The short story can be tied to the new adventures of graduating school education, a new career taking place, traveling places, relationships, and just in general life's journey of taking a new step towards success. Both short stories can be interpreted differently depending on the audience. These short stories are meant for children, but they can be interpreted differently for As Christians, the belief is that God is everywhere within one's life by the use of images and symbols. God's presence comes alive within the novels, plays, and even poetry. God fulfills others with happiness, love, and hope that cannot be fulfilled by anyone else. God never allows people to feel alone. They can always count on Him to answer their prayers no matter where they are. Within the Roman Catholic Church, there are many symbols and images that evoke pictures. The Holy Cross is an important symbol within the Church representing Christ's death and resurrection. A Bible passage can evoke imagery of God, while these short stories portray certain imagery as well. The imagery within this short story, Brown Bear, is to demonstrate the use of animals and colors. Literal imagery is used within this short story. A literal image creates a mental impression through the use of language that appeals directly to the senses by describing a thing, a person, a feeling, or an experience. By the use of repetitive clauses of colors and animals, it presents a collage of different animals. Through the imagery presented, the collage of animals could also be people or a collage of family. Different colored animals could represent different races of the world. Therefore, there is a deeper meaning within this story for children, which can be interpreted by adults. The short story, Oh, the Places You'll Go, includes more literal imagery than figurative imagery. Within the short story, these lines demonstrate literal imagery. You'll get mixed up, of course. As you already know, you'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you'll go. So be such when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. These lines demonstrate literal imagery because life is puzzling at times. One must be careful, always examine the pros and cons, understand right from wrong, and don't forget to use one's skills. In terms of the imagery, for children, this is a short story where it's told in simplistic words that has a repeating rhyming pattern. This short story tells children the places that they would go without mentioning the exact location of where they're going, but explains the ups and downs of the journey. Within an adult perspective, the short story of life's journey, with all the opportunities given, the ups and downs of a journey, and the decision-making towards which route to travel down. Therefore, both short stories can be child or adult-oriented. Children's stories with adult messages touches upon important issues. Sometimes books for children are full of simplistic wisdom, which can teach about love, what's important in life, and lessons that should never be forgotten, no matter what one's age is. The message in Brown Bear, in a child's perspective, is that children see what's directly in front of them. They do not read between the lines. These lines demonstrate the childhood perspective. Children, what do you see? We see a brown bear, a red bird, a yellow duck, a blue horse, a green frog, a purple cat, a white dog, a black sheep, a goldfish, and a mother looking at us. That's what we see. These lines demonstrate how the children tell their mother exactly what they see throughout the short story. In the perspective of an adult or an older age group, they could see the short story differently. These lines demonstrate the adult perspective. Mother, what do you see? I see beautiful children looking at me. The message in the adult perspective is that the adult sees beyond the obvious. In these lines, it demonstrates how the mother sees children beyond just children, but as her beautiful children. The message in the short story written by Dr. Seuss also touches upon important issues, which can be interpreted in a child or an adult perspective. The message for children within the short story, Oh, the Places You'll Go, is to enjoy life and to enjoy the experiences ahead. Life is also a journey with its ups and downs, which can be seen in both an adult and a child perspective. The message for adults is to understand that there are new experiences to come, but is seen deeper as it talks about one's choices to follow a certain path and that not everything will go the way it is wanted. There will be times of loneliness, times of failure, but it will only strive to push an individual towards the future. A good book is a good book, no matter the section that is located in the library. Reading a new book that is meant for children can lead to discovering new things, to see the world through somebody else's eyes, to find adventure, or to go places one may never get to see in reality. Two popular short stories within the essay are Oh, the Places You'll Go, written by Dr. Seuss, and Brown Bear, written by Eric Clara and Bill Martin Jr. Both short stories meant for children can also be adult-oriented by the use of teaching mechanisms, the imagery involved, and the important messages mentioned throughout. By reading books, it aids people of all ages to expand their knowledge, expand their vocabulary, and to learn life lessons on important issues worldwide. Books make great gifts because they have the whole worlds inside of them. Neil Gaiman. The question is, what book are you going to read next?